What's up, nerds? Welcome back to Table Ready. My name is Noah, and we are back with Rhys's campaign. Thank you all for being so patient. I had a couple of health issues that I got taken care of recently, and I'm feeling much better, and I hope that it stays that way. But for now, we need to hop back into Rhys's story. He is in deep on his own path, on his way to find an artifact at some old ruins, being led by Lyrith, this forest druid, and being left by a good amount of the party that he had previously accumulated. So, with no further ado, let's get into it. I wake up and take a look around while searching for Darian, Korgath, and Lyrith.
You wake up and scan your surroundings. Searching for your companions, you see Darian sitting by a fire, sharpening his blades, while Korgath is standing nearby, stretching his massive arms. Lyrith, the druid, is nowhere to be seen. What would you like to do?
I sit by the fire near the two others and pull out a notepad and begin writing about the journey so far for my stories and songs. I look up from my musings and say to either of them, "Either of you seen our guide this morning?"
Darian looks up from his blades and shakes his head.
"No sign of her this morning. She must have left early or wandered off for some reason. She's a bit mysterious like that."
Korgath grunts in agreement, his eyes scanning the surrounding area. Perhaps she went to scout the area or tend to her druidic duties. She'll show up when she's ready.
I keep writing for an hour. Has she come yet?
After about an hour of waiting, you don't see any signs of Lyrith returning. She seems to have gone off on her own, perhaps without letting anyone know.
That's a little sketchy. I don't like the idea that she invited us here as guests and is going to guide us to this place, and then as soon as half of our adventuring party is gone, she disappears. Darian, would you mind searching for our druid friend? Korgath and I will stay here in case she returns while you're gone. I figure you're best for the job, given your roguish rangerly ways. If you do find her, try to see what she's up to before making yourself known to her. Yeah?
Darian nods and takes up the task of searching for Lyrith. He heads off in the direction she went, using his keen senses and tracking skills to follow her trail. Meanwhile, you and Korgath remain in the camp, keeping a lookout and waiting for Darian's return. Time passes, and you wonder how long it might take for him to locate Lyrith, or if maybe there's some other developments in the area.
Oh, what in the hell's is going on? Korgath, you seem pretty calm about all of this. What do you think we should do?
Korgath looks at you with a steady gaze and his expression unyielding.
We wait,
He says in his deep, gravelly voice. Darian is skilled in tracking. If anyone can find Lyrith, it's him. We must trust in his abilities and give him time to complete his task. Patience, my friend. We cannot jump to conclusions or make rash decisions. Let us be vigilant and stay prepared for whatever may come.
I try my best to relax and wait for one or both of my missing party members to return.
As you wait, the tension in the air is palpable. The minutes turn into an hour, and still there's no sign of Darian or Lyrith. Each passing moment feels like an eternity. Your concern grows. You find it difficult to relax, your mind filled with the thoughts that anything could have happened to them. Suddenly, the sounds of footsteps catch your attention. You look up to see Darian returning to the camp. Darian returns alone, his face filled with concern.
I searched for Lyrith, but there's no sign of her. It appears she's gotten captured or taken by someone. I couldn't find any clues or traces of her. I don't know where she might have gone. Captured? Where? By whom? I don't know.
He looks at you with a determined expression.
We can't leave her in the hands of whoever took her. We need to find her and bring her back safely. I'm ready to do whatever it takes to rescue her. Are you with me, Rhys? I mean, yeah, she is our way to the temple, and she agreed to help us even though she knew it would be dangerous. I just didn't know it would be dangerous so quickly. Give me a moment to come up with a plan. While I do that, you get yourselves ready for what's to come and gather her remaining things. I think for a moment, did Lirith have anything on her, like jewelry or a staff that would have stood out to me? Okay. Lirith didn't have any particularly notable jewelry, but she did carry a staff with intricate carvings and natural adornments. It seemed to be the symbol of her connection to nature and her druidic powers. Nice. Okay. Okay, gentlemen, I have a plan to rescue our damsel in distress. Darian, you're going to take us to where you lost sight of or any track of her. I think I have a way of finding her. Korgath, stick close to me. I don't want you to go missing too. Now, if I'm right about my plan, then I'll tell you more about it when we get there. But we will need to act fast.
Darian takes the lead, guiding the party through the dense forest to the location where he last saw her tracks. The path is overgrown with thick underbrush, making it difficult to navigate. The air is heavy with tension as the party moves cautiously, following Darian's footsteps. The sounds of rustling leaves and distant animal calls fill the air, adding to the suspense of the moment. The scenery gradually changes as you delve deeper into the forest, with ancient trees and moss-covered rocks surrounding them. It is in a secluded, eerie place, adding to the sense of urgency to find their missing companion.
Okay, gents, here's my plan. I'm going to try a spell I've been working on. If Lirith is still anywhere in the area, I'll know what direction. Once I know, I'll point in that direction and we must move fast. When we get closer, I think it best that Korgath and I make a distraction while Darian sneaks Lirith out of there. And if worse comes to worse, I guess we'll fight. Though I'm really hoping we can escape without that. I cast the second level spell, Locate Object, on Lirith's staff.
As you cast the Locate Object spell, you focus your energy on Lirith's staff. Your mind reaches out, seeking connection to the object. You sense a faint but discernible pull in a specific direction, guiding you towards Lirith's staff. It seems to be located deeper into the forest, slightly to the east. With that information you've gained, you point in the indicated direction and relay your findings to the rest of the party. The group moves swiftly, quietly, following your lead.
What do I see as I approach her location? What or who has her?
As the party approaches the area where Lirith is being held, you notice a small clearing surrounding thick trees and overgrown vegetation. In the center of the clearing, you see a makeshift campsite consisting of a few tents and a crackling campfire. There are 3 figures present. 2 of them are standing guard, while the third, hooded figure, appears to be interrogating Lirith. The guards are burly individuals, clad in rugged leather armor and armed with swords. They seem alert, keeping a watchful eye out on their surroundings. The hooded figure, who appears to be the leader, stands tall and carries an air of authority. From the glimpse you catch, you can see Lirith is bound and sitting on the ground, her hands tied behind her back.
Okay, so I don't want to assume that there are only 3 here. If there were, I'm sure we'd wipe the floor with them. But again, I don't want to put myself in danger. I don't want to get her killed, so I think we're going to stick with the divert, make distractions, and then let our rogue ranger go in and just snatch her. I exchange a silent nod with Korgath, signaling that the time has come to act. I cast Mage Hand and move it to grab a stick from the campfire and use it to light one of the tents on fire. I then cast Minor Illusion to make the tent directly next to that tent look as though it's on fire too.
The sudden burst of flames and illusory display of fire draw attention from the guards and the hooded figure. Their focus is immediately diverted towards the apparent threat of spreading fire. They shout and rush towards the burning tent, frantically trying to put out the flames and ensure their own safety. As they become preoccupied with the fiery distraction, you seize the opportunity. You gesture to Dorian to stealthily make his way towards Lirith and free her from her bonds, while the guards and the hooded figure are occupied with the foe inferno. You and Korgath position yourselves to provide cover and engage the guards if necessary.
As I see Darian has secured Lirith, I nod to Korgath to disappear into the forest with me. I will give him Bardic Inspiration as we both roll stealth to move through the forest and meet up with our other party members. Do we get advantage for stealth rolls because the hooded figures are occupied? Yeah, I'm asking for advantage. I think I deserve it.
Yes, given the distraction caused by the fire, the gods are focused on extinguishing it. You and Korgoth have advantage on stealth rolls as you move through the forest, the chaos and commotion providing cover and masking your movements, making it easier for you to go unnoticed. Roll your stealth checks with advantage, and Korgoth can add your Bardic Inspiration die if he chooses to use it. Let's see how stealthy you both navigate through the forest to rendezvous with your other party members.
Nat 20. Korgoth. 18. I don't even think that he needs Bardic Inspiration on that, so let's just keep riding. I rolled a natural 20 for Rhys and 18 for Korgoth, though I don't know his stealth modifier.
Your natural 20 on the stealth roll for Rhys combined with the advantage and your natural finesse allows you to move through the forest like a shadow. Your steps are silent, your presence undetectable. Korgoth's roll of 18, along with his formidable size and your guidance through Bardic Inspiration, enables him to move with surprising stealth for an orc, blending into the shadows with remarkable ease. As you both navigate through the forest, you manage to avoid detection and successfully rendezvous with your other party members. Your stealthy approach ensures that you are not spotted by the hooded figures or anyone else in the vicinity. Well done. Now that you've regrouped, what would you like to do next?
I direct everyone to keep moving until we've put enough space between us and the camp that I feel safe to speak at a normal volume. I stop and look at Lyrith. What was that about? Who was that? Also, sorry, are you okay?
You turn your attention to Lyrith, who appears shaken but otherwise unharmed. She takes a deep breath and begins to explain.
Those hooded figures are members of a secret cult known as the Shadowborn. They are devoted to a dark entity that seeks to harness the power of the ancient artifact for its own malevolent purposes. Harness the power of the ancient artifact for its own malevolent purposes. They have been pursuing me because of my knowledge of that one artifact. The one that Neve spoke of in your dream. Lyrith pauses for a moment, collecting herself, and continues. I managed to gather some information about their activities and was planning to expose their plans to the authorities, but it seems they've caught wind of my intentions and captured me instead. Well, I'm glad we got to you first and were able to save you. We better get a move on it, though. I didn't suspect we'd be in a race to the temple. Darian, thank you for risking yourself back there to get her back.
Darian nods in response to your words.
It was the right thing to do. We're a team after all.
As Darian searches through the items he retrieved from the camp, he pulls out an amulet with intricate engravings. He examines it for a moment before realizing its potential.
Oh, wait a minute.
Darian says, a spark of excitement in his eyes.
I found this amulet along with their belongings. It's an amulet of Windwalk. Yo, that's cool. Hold on, let me look up Windwalk. Oh no, that's very cool. That's perfect. This is perfect, I blurt out, taking the amulet from Darian. We can travel great distances in no time at all. It could make our journey to the temple go just like that, with the added bonus of leaving our competition in the dust. Keep it safe, Darian, I say, handing it back to him a little embarrassed. I then turn to Lyrith. Do you know the location of the temple? As soon as we cast the spell, we'd need to just take off and we'd need to follow you because we won't be able to speak while using the spell.
Lyrith nods in understanding. She listens to your words. She takes a moment to collect herself before responding.
Yes, I know the location of the temple. It's deep within the heart of the forest, hidden from prying eyes. Once we activate the Windwalk spell, I will lead the way. Trust in my connection to nature and we'll find our way to the temple. We must prepare ourselves for the dangers that await us there. The temple is said to be guarded by powerful magical beings and hidden traps. But together, with our combined skills and strength, we can overcome any obstacle.
Lyris takes a deep breath, her voice filled with conviction.
Let us cast the Windwalk spell and embark on this journey. The temple awaits, and the fate of the artifact rests in our hands. I nod to her, Darian, and Korgath. Let's go. I take the amulet and cast the spell.
As you hold the amulet in your hands, you focus on your magical energy and recite the incantation to cast the Windwalk spell. The amulet glows with a faint shimmering light, and a soft breeze stirs around you.
The spell takes effect, transforming you and your companions into ethereal forms of mist and wind. You feel a lightness in you beginning as you ascend into the air, carried by the wind.
A dense foliage of the forest blurs beneath you as you follow Lyris' lead, navigating through the twists and turns of the natural landscape. You move so fast that time itself seems to pass differently. Finally, Lyris slows down and begins to descend, leading you to a clearing in the forest. The misty forms of the party solidify once again, returning to their physical bodies. You have arrived at the entrance of the hidden temple, a place of ancient power and mystery.
I take a deep breath and move towards the temple. What do I see at the entrance?
The entrance to the hidden temple is an impressive sight. The path before you opens up to a large clearing, surrounded by tall ancient trees. The air feels heavy, with a sense of age and mystique. In the center of the clearing stands a grand archway. The archway is adorned with moss and vines, indicating the passage of time and nature's reclaiming of the structure. The stones that make up the archway are withered but sturdy, standing as a testament of the enduring power of this temple. As you approach the entrance, you notice that there's a faint shimmering barrier in the front of the archway. It seems to be a magical ward, protecting the temple from unwanted intruders. The barrier glows with a soft blue light and emanates a feeling both of protection and challenge. Beyond the archway, a dimly lit corridor awaits, leading deeper into the heart of the temple. The air grows colder as you step closer, and a gentle breeze seems to beckon you forward. It's a threshold, a gateway to a world of ancient secrets and hidden treasures.
Korgath, Darian, Lyris, the time for turning back is about to pass. To move forward is to step into the unknown, to step into purpose. Who is ready to move forward? And with that, I will give bardic inspiration to whoever steps forward first.
Korgath steps forward.
Of course, good old Korgath.
His eyes filled with determination and his grip tightening on his weapon. He takes a deep breath and nods, ready to face the challenges that lie ahead. As he does, you feel the surge of inspiration and courage, granting him the gift of bardic inspiration. Darian follows suit, his nimble form poised and focused. He looks at you with resolute expression, accepting the mantle of the journey ahead. The bardic inspiration you bestow upon him fuels his confidence, bolstering his skills and resolve. Lyris, with calm yet determined demeanor, steps forward as well. She takes a moment to close her eyes, embracing the energy of the temple and the purpose that brought you all here. The bardic inspiration you offer resonates with her, reinforcing her connection to nature and bolstering her own magical abilities.
Didn't think I could give bardic inspiration to all three, but I will not turn down a gift. Thank you.
Together, the four of you stand at the entrance of the temple, ready to face whatever awaits you within. The echoes of your footsteps blend with the whispers of anticipation, signaling the beginning of an extraordinary adventure. With the gift of inspiration, you are prepared to face the unknown and leave your mark upon the path you tread.
And that is where we will leave off today. Thank you guys for being so patient with me. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't already, make a mage hit that like button. If you really like this, hit subscribe because there's a lot more to come. And of course, I gotta make a shout out to all my patrons. You guys are fantastic. If you guys want access to all the prompts from the channel, if you want any direct tips or tricks, or even just need some DM or game advice, hop on over on Patreon or buy me a coffee. Thank you guys so much. I will see you next time. Hopefully it's soon. Peace.